And welcome for you, gang. Start of a new unit, but guessing on the size and magnitude of the trig unit that this is. You're probably watching this video before the test. This is like a little less than half a period exercise to sort of make you think about what you know about inverses and about composition of functions. We talked about inverses last year, and we talked about inverses and composition of functions in our first unit, Unit 0, and this is to sort of remind you of some of those things. So where we're beginning is with this page. So if you have not tried this page, then you should stop the video and try this page. Read it over very quickly. I will take up this page in this video, but you should have tried it first. Notice that also at the end of all this, there are some exercises on this page and some homework right there. But honestly, it's a total of about, between the video and the homework, maybe a half a period, a little bit more. So that's why this is probably you're watching this before the test to give you another night to study or more time in class. So again, stop the video now. All right, so hopefully you've tried this, and I'm going to take it up. It's the idea of an inverse. I'm going to show you the answers and point out a few things here. So the technique for finding an inverse, remember, is you switch x and y and then solve for the other one. And notice that it doesn't matter the order that we do that in. I think probably when we first talked about this in Unit 0, we switched x and y first and then solve for y, but it doesn't matter the order. We also know graphically that a function and its inverse are just flips over the line y equals x. So if we don't know what the inverse is explicitly by its equation, we can always graph the function f and then just flip all the points, switch the x and y values of the points, and we can get a graph. And that's what we know about inverses. And I want to point out one special, and this is where we're headed this chapter. It's this one right here. That function, and I'm going to show it to you here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and go through the, you're going to see some answers here in a second, but I want to point out this one, the answer for exercise AE first here. Where is it? No, back, right here. So this is the graph y equals 2 to the exponent x, and that's what we're talking about now, but we should be able to get this graph, you know, some important points, 0, 1, 1 the base, negative 1, 1 over the base. That's the exponential function. And if we just think about what we know about inverses, this is the inverse function here. That's what it looks like because I just flipped all the points. X 1, 2 became 2, 1, and 0, 1 became 1, 0, and that's dandy. But I wanted to point out, we don't know what this is, right? We don't know how to solve for x in this, and it gives us a sad face, right? So that's something that's going to come up this chapter. As far as the rest goes, there was another exercise. Remember the composition of functions is like the idea of the skip function or a function within a function. And one of the main things here that we hopefully remember from Unit 0 is that when we compose a function with its inverse, we end up with x, right? A function does something, the inverse undoes it. When I do those things back to back, I get back where I started. Makes sense, right? It's like f and f inverse annihilate each other. Notice there are some hints there about things that you have to do before you can find inverses, complete the square. Those are tough problems. You might want to ask about one of those in class. If you remind me, there will be a copy of this on Facebook and posted in the back of the room, but you have to remind me of that. Otherwise, I'll forget. I'll scroll through here so you can check some of your answers if you're already at that point. Otherwise, that's going to be it for this video. You can pause and have a look at this. There's one of those ones where we needed to complete the square to be able to find the inverse first. There's that weird one. That's kind of weird, the inverse of a trig function. We never talked about that in our trig unit. The trig unit was full enough, I guess. There's the next page on composition of functions. So probably if you're looking at these answers, you're all done, and now you're ready to keep studying for your trig test. So I want to wish you luck on your trig test. Please do a nice job. It's way easier marking right answers than wrong answers on your trig test. All right, that's it.